Good morning. It's Crazything here, the airbrush guy. I hope you don't get tired of hearing that because I don't get tired of saying it. Another thing I don't get tired of saying is this is my dream. This is my passion. And this is my career. This is my only income. I create art. I got told just this morning, your prices are too cheap. You should charge more. I also get told every day, your prices are too expensive. So it kind of, everybody's got their own budget and everybody's different in that respect. But I do this for a living and I keep my prices where they are, and I have for a very long time. That's for a reason. I'm not trying to get rich. I'm just trying to pay my bills. I would rather do volume and reach as many people as I possibly can because I want the entire world to see what I'm doing. All 7-8 billion of them can look and see what I'm doing. They might not like it, and that's okay, but I want them to know about it. I want them to see all the craziness I do. Everything from the reapers, the wolves, the eyes, owls, anything. I mean, if you follow my work, you've seen that it doesn't matter. I will airbrush a likeness of anything you want. Yesterday, I had somebody drive 2.5 hours just to bring me a project. That's amazing to me. I've had people drive up to 14 hours to bring me something to airbrush. That is just incredible. It's an incredible feeling. And this project is a memorial piece. And I thought it was strange. I was like, can you not find somebody local, somebody in your state that can do this? And it was like, we've tried. And we haven't found anybody that we trust that's good enough to be able to do what we're wanting to do. Well, at first, that's a little overwhelming. Like, wow, wait a minute. But that is such an honor when I found out it was a memorial piece. This man's brother passed away in 2018, and he wants me to create this piece of art in memory of his brother. That's important. And I take that very seriously. That project will be coming in probably 5 or 6 weeks. So it's going to be a little while down the road. So I'm not going to talk about the project or the details too much. But one thing I tell people is I don't set limits. I don't have the limits you do. Your budget is your limit. What you want done and your ideas, that's your limits. If you've got enough expendable cash, you can hire me to go all the way across the world and airbrush for you. That's up to you. I'm not setting the limits. With that being said, I had a cool project that I did yesterday. I think several of you are going to like this. This is the second time I've done this size canvas. So what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and offer this size again. I'm going to put this canvas on my Etsy page as a listing. That way, if you want one of this size, it will be available. I have the 11 by 14. That is what the owl is. I've got one that's a 16 by 20. And then after that, there was no middle ground. It jumped to 30 by 40, which was, that's it's a good size canvas. I've done a few of those, and that's a lot of work. But it looks amazing in your home on the wall if you have the wall space. So here's one that's a little smaller than that. This 24 by 36. What do you think? That's a nice size canvas. So now I can offer a little bit, maybe more economical for you. It'll be a little bit cheaper than the 30 by 40 that's on my Etsy page. Speaking of my Etsy page, if you haven't seen it, the link is in the description. If you can't find it or that link doesn't work, go to etsy.com, search for Crazythingart. If that still, for some reason, doesn't work, Google Crazythingart. Everybody tells me you can Google me and it pops up all my stuff. That's really cool. But I want to give you a close-up of this real quick. This was from customers' references. This is an amazing customer, by the way. I'm very blessed to have them as a customer. My clients are the best in the world. And I truly mean that. They allow me to keep doing this day in and day out. And it doesn't get old. The other day, I airbrushed for my son's school and turned him into the coolest kid in school for a day. It was incredible. A lot of work. I airbrushed probably around 600 kids that day in a 6-hour period. And I even had one of the teachers ask me, she's like, I don't know, we'd probably about 4 hours in. She said, I bet you're tired of this, aren't you? I know you're probably exhausted and I know you're tired. I was like, no, not at all. I love this. Bring them on. Keep them coming. I'm here till a certain time and I want to stay busy and I want to airbrush these kids and I want to make sure every single kid gets taken care of and gets an airbrush tattoo that wants one. And I did. Even at the end of the day, I heard there were some special needs kids that didn't get to come out. So I made sure before I ever even started packing anything up, everybody else was done, they're leaving, a lot of them had already left. That's not okay for me. There's not going to be a child that's like, oh man, I really wanted to get one of those, but I didn't have a chance or I didn't have time. And then when I did, he wasn't there anymore. My wife and kids, they don't like that part sometimes, especially on these all-day events, because at the end of the day, if there's still people there and they want them, I will still do them. And I know that prolongs the day for them too and kind of drags them along, but it's just who I am. I can't imagine, especially the special needs part, if they see all these other kids being able to do that and enjoy themselves and get to do all this fun stuff and then they don't get that opportunity, I promise you it won't be on me. I'll go to them. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll make sure to create that smile. So that's what I'm about. That's what I want to do. I want to make that positive impact on the life of as many people as I possibly can using my art. Thank you for that opportunity because I can't do this at all without you. Otherwise, I'm just a guy talking to my phone. Like a lot of people. But I'm here. And I mean what I say. I'm going to do this as long as you guys will let me. So, for now, I'm going to get to work. I'm going to ship out this canvas so it can go to its new owner and hang on a wall for people to smile at. And I can think to myself, I did that. That's my legacy. When I'm gone, right now, there's over 1,600 sales on my Etsy page. That means there's over 1,600 pieces that people are smiling at. And I'm just getting started. That's what I leave behind in this world. What are you leaving behind? Guys, I'll see you in the next one.